Aloha mai kako, this is section 3.6, which is equations and problem solving, and we're going to deal with word problems. Yay! I'm going to make this into two parts because it is going to be long and laborious. So part one, I'll just do two examples and try and keep it as fast as possible, because part two, I can tell you, will be long. It's direction travel problems. So let's just get to it. So part one, the first type of problem, define a variable in terms of another variable. So the length of a rectangle is 6 inches more than the width. The perimeter is 24 inches. Find the length. Again, perimeter is 2 times length plus 2 times the width. And so if we have a length here, a width here, we know perimeter is 24. So if I put 24 is equal to 2L plus 2W, I can't solve that because I have two different variables. Okay, so what I need to do is look here and say the length is 6 inches more than the width. So if my length is 6 inches more than the width, I can write, instead of length, I can put W plus 6. So this is W plus 6 for the length. Okay, now I can get rid of the L and put a W here. So instead of writing 2L here, I can rewrite it. 24 is equal to 2 times W plus 6 plus 2 times the width. So this was my L. I just changed it to W plus 6. I changed one variable into terms of another, and now I can solve it since I only have W's. So when I distribute this in, I get 24 is equal to 2W plus 12 plus the 2W. Combine my like terms, and I get 4W plus 12. Subtract 12 from both sides, and I get 12 is equal to 4W. Divide both sides by 4, and I get W is equal to 3. But I'm looking for the length. So I need to take this 3 and put it into here, because length is equal to W plus 6. So length is equal to 3 plus 6, which is equal to 9, and don't forget to label, inches. Okay. And if we put the rectangle and we add it up, we put 9, 9, 3, 3, and we add that up, it should equal to 24, and it does. Okay, so that's a quick check on that. But that's how you do that. Okay, the other type of problem is consecutive integer problems. So the problem would say the sum of 3 consecutive integers is 147. Find the integers. I'll show you how the book does it, and I'll show you a shortcut. So if I'm trying to find 3 consecutive integers, so if I have 9, the next consecutive integer is 10, and the next one is 11. But if you're not sure what this is, if you put an x instead of 9, the next consecutive integer is x plus 1, and the next one after that would be x, which is 9, plus 2. So if that's the first integer, that's the next consecutive one, and that's the next consecutive one. Okay? And what it's saying is the sum, so you need to add it, is equal to 147. Okay? Combine the like terms, you get 3x plus 3 is equal to 147, minus 3, you get 3x is equal to 144, divide by 3, and you get x is equal to 48. Okay? So if x is 48 here, and it's asking for all 3 of them, sorry, that's ugly for, this would be 49, and this would be 50, because x plus 1 and x plus 2. So my answer would be 48, 49, and 50. And if you add them together, they should add up to 147, and they do. Okay. Here's my shortcut. If I have 3 consecutive numbers and the sum is 47, if I just find the average, which looks like this, you just divide by both sides by 3, you get x is equal to 49. The average of the 3 numbers is 49, which means that's the middle number. And if I'm looking for 3 of them, I can go up by 1 and down by 1, and there's your 3 consecutive numbers. Okay, you just found the middle number of the 2. Okay. The other type of problems that would look like this consecutive, would, instead of 3 just consecutive integers, we might ask for 3 consecutive odd integers or 3 consecutive even integers. So let's try this. Let's do 3 consecutive even integers whose sum is, let's say, 96. Okay? And so if an even number is 10, the next consecutive integer is 14, and the next consecutive, even integer is 14. is 12, I'm sorry, and the next consecutive even one after that is 14. So if this is x, the next consecutive even integer is x plus 2, because you got to go 2. And the next one after that would be x plus 4. So there's your first integer, the next consecutive, and the next consecutive. And if the sum is equal to 96, you just put it equal to 96. Combine your like terms. 3x plus 6 is equal to 96. Minus 6 from both sides. Divide by 3. X is equal to 30. So if this is 30 here, if the x was 30, the x plus 2 is 32, and the x plus 4 is 34. So your answer is 30, 32, 34. Add them all together, and you should get 96, and you do. Again, does my shortcut apply to this one? Yes, it does. Even though it's 3 consecutive even numbers, you still can take the average of the two, and you get 96. When you divide by 3, x is equal to 32. That's your middle number. So now you just have to find this. And if it's even numbers, go down by 2, go up by 2, and you get the same answer. Okay, that's how you do those. That's part 1 of 2. Again, take a little break. Just, again, know that part 2 is going to be a little bit longer. Okay, have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, or whatever time of day it is.